Psalm 126, 5 through 6. And so again, those who have been shedding tears, those who have been weeping tears, those who have been saying, you know what, Lord, I'm going forth weeping. I am constantly, continually shedding these tears, planting these tears. He's saying, my word still stands for you. I'm not leaving you out here high and dry. I've been collecting these tears with my hands. I am aware of every tear that you've shed, and I am bringing a harvest of joy. I am bringing sheaves with me in it. And when God brings sheaves, it's not because, again, for one person, he's allowing that joy to be restored across the board in many different places, in many different ways. I further write, and still, yes, my promise still stands. Just as King David sang, you crown the year with your goodness, and your paths drip with abundance. Psalm 65 and 11. And something that God revealed to me, even just as I record this video and when he had me release the March word, that the same time March started, or the sundown right before the 1st of March, so sundown on the 28th of February. And obviously, depending on when you watch this applies to you how God applies to you whatever season. But specifically when this was being recorded, it is at the timing or the start of the month of Adar on the Hebrew calendar. And he had me researching that and just diving deep into it. And I recognize that on the Hebrew calendar, Adar is the 12th month of the Hebrew calendar, and a brand new Hebrew month that's different from, you know, what's in Rosh Hashanah. That happens usually around September, October time. But on the Hebrew calendar, Adar is the 12th month. And then the new year, or the new start of the year on the Hebrew calendar, the other top of the year, and I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words, is Nisan. And so as he was highlighting that to me, and he was telling me about Psalms 65:11, he was saying there are many who thought when the calendar turned from December to January, that's when, you know, everything was supposed to be fixed and everything was on point and et cetera, et cetera. But again, God's timing is very different. God has so many new years, so many ways to start a new year. He can start a new year whenever he wants, that sometimes we can be very fixed to our calendar year and not recognizing God is like, hey, I'm talking about a different time of New Year. I'm talking about Rosh Hashanah New Year. I'm talking about Nisan New Year. I'm talking about January New Year. I can do New Year when you turn on your birthday New Year, whatever it is. It's always a time for God's new year. And so specifically in this way, he was kind of highlighting this switch in March from this 12th month on the Hebrew calendar to the first month, and saying that his promise still stands, that he crowns the year with his goodness and his paths drip with abundance. So maybe it didn't feel like January 2025 was crowned with goodness and it was dripping with abundance. But guess what? There's another opportunity to walk into a new year with God. And so just hold fast to him.